All right. Welcome to Trolls Toys. Let's get into it and see what we have today. Figure reviews, toy hunts, etc. All right. YouTube Trolls Toys back at you with another unboxing and review video. And if you have been following my channel, you may know that a couple of months ago we found this guy in the wild at Toy Vault, North Attleboro, Massachusetts. And I didn't even know he was out yet at the time. He's number 149 in the classified series. He's like their communications specialist, right? And we made a little outpost, repurposed like a Paw Patrol doghouse, I think it is, or something. And we got John Raymond Arnold in there, Samuel L. Jackson in action figure form from Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, whichever one it is, as our scientist working away at the desk because he came with a computer. So we're going to get Dial Tone out of the package, and we're going to put him in our little diorama. I'm a very novice diorama. There's not much to it yet, but you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. But let's get Dial Tone out of the package. So here's Dial Tone in his plastic prison. Looks like he comes with a cellular phone or some type of mobile device. I'm not sure, a control for something. He's got a little radar dish here, a gun, and then obviously his communications backpack. So we'll get him out of his plastic tomb, and we'll be back with you. All right, you guys can admire the figure before we get the accessories on him. Shambles while I read his file card. File name, Morelli Jack S. Primary military specialty, radio communications. Secondary military specialty, infantry. Birthplace, Eugene, Oregon. Grade E4. Dial Tone built his own crystal set when he was 10. By 14, he was part of a CB net, and he had his own ham station by the time he was 16. Dial Tone made all of his own equipment, buying parts with quarters, earned bagging groceries. He saw the Army as a means to furthering his education in his chosen field, and quickly found that instead of a stepping stone, it was a goal in itself. Manning a radio in the field wasn't just passing time, it was a job with a purpose. One of the scariest things that can happen to you out in the field is to lose contact with your base. That means you're alone. No artillery support, no airstrikes, no medvac, no extraction. No, nothing. The cavalry ain't coming until the man with the radio tells them to. So with that being said, I can honestly say that when I was younger, Dial Tone was not one of my favorite G.I. Joes, but this figure looks pretty smooth right out of the package. I don't get into all the articulation. For those of you who want articulation, he's got standard G.I. Joe classified articulation, right? It doesn't look like anything's going to get in his way. He can do the splits fairly well. This leg seems to be better at the splits than this one because of this little radio that does sort of get in the way. That's on his attached to his hip here, right, or his thigh. But his backpack is looking pretty stellar, I must say, right? With his communications device, we'll try to get that pegged in. All right, we've got his communications backpack on him. We've got his mobile device set, phone, whatever it is. It's got a play and a pause icon on it. I don't know if you can see that. It's tiny, but it does attach to the figure right here. It's got a nice little nifty holder for it, right? We're gonna slide this down on his thigh a little so he can maybe, there we go. And then he comes with his sat array, right? I'm guessing to help with his radio communications. And he comes with his weapon. And obviously they all come with a knife. I know it'd be a small detail, but I do wish the knife blade was like metal, not just black. I know, I mean, I'm going to keep it in the holster anyway, so you're not going to see it, but because it's going to go down here on his ankle, maybe. Yeah, I'll probably never get that back out. His backpack. All right, let's get him on the stand. All right, we're gonna get a figure stand. Come in, come in. Is this the pit? We need backup in the field. This is Dial Tone, communication specialist. I think Dial Tone is looking pretty sweet with all of his gear, right? I like the backpack quite a bit, the communication set, the little handheld radar dish to help with the, I guess with the range, the fact that he comes with a sat phone or a mobile device, whatever you'd like to call it. He did take a tumble, so he's about to lose his phone, so we'll get that back into position, and then we'll show you the little outpost that we're working on. But overall, I am very pleased with Dial Tone and happy to have him in my collection. I must say, I do like him a lot better than his 3 3/4 counterpart from back in the day. It could be because I'm 50 now and not 12. And the fact that I know that you need a communications guy, where when you're like 10 or 12 or whatever it was when I had all my G.I. Joes, the communications guy was kind of boring. Just like Lifeline was kind of boring, right? My favorite Joes when I were younger was Barbecue and Airtight, you know, who's Hostile Environment. There's no Airtight and Classified yet. I really hope they make him soon, though. So like I said, I'm a novice at making these setups, but we've repurposed a little plushy dog house of some sort from Paw Patrol or somebody. We've got John Raymond Arnold, which is Samuel L. Jackson in action figure form from Jurassic Park, working at the computer desk. We found that desk at Savers for like $3, and we found the house itself at Savers for $4, and we just painted it up. Just got a little chair in there from Ringside Collectibles, like a little metal chair, because it's the best I could do, right? We got a little barbecue area over here for recreation, right? That's from Five Below, right? We picked up this firewood that we're working on from Yankee Flea Market for like $1.50. And then this weight bench is repurposed from the sewer lair from Mutant Mayhem from Ninja Turtles. I just thought we could use it over here in this diorama. But it's a work in progress, right? I'm not great at the dioramas. I've been trying to get into them a little bit, and this is one of my first attempts. Obviously, my best attempt is probably the boats, the Paw Patrol Sea Patroller boats that we repurposed, and I think I'll show you those as well while we're here. Just sort of my thought processes. So this has sort of been what I've been working on. We found that truck. It's like a planter for like fake plants at Savers, and we repurposed it. So we got Mutton Junkyard in there. We got Talos from Marvel Legends. I don't know if you can see that, but he's driving. We got a couple of these gliders from Fortnite with the Halo jumper and Airborne on them. This is Blowback from Action Force. And then this is the Sea Patroller boat from Paw Patrol. I found that for like $4 at Savers, and we painted it up. And then we've got some of the 60th anniversary divers. All right, we've got Torpedo, a couple of copies of Torpedo, one with his mask, one without. That's actually Nakia from Black Panther, but I just thought she looked diver-esque, so we're using her. We got Shipwreck up here driving. This is another Shipwreck we picked up, and we just used Kamakura's unmasked head for that. Crossfire is probably going to move to Cobra. I just had him in the back because I thought he sort of looked Lifeline-ish, except for the eyepiece. Right, and then we've got Quake, which is a repurposed Marvel Legend. And then Yelena Belova from Hawkeye that we repurposed for our Geo boat as well. We got Bonebreaker and Lady Deathstrike. They're sort of out of place, but they're the Reavers, which is like Marvel's version of the Dreadnoks, in my opinion. So we're working on that. Chris Starr, I don't know, I just got him and he shouldn't be there, but since I'm showing you this, he's just out of place. We got Raptor back there on a stand we stole from Booster Gold, $5 McFarlane clearance figure. And then we found another one of these Sea Patroller boats that we're working on that we painted up for Cobra. And that's a Marvel Legend up top. That's Vulcan. We repurposed him, and Hydra. Those were, well, Hydra was an Ollie's pickup. And then we got a couple of eels. So this one's still a work in progress that we're working on, right? The Cobra Leadership Group, right? That's the AIM scientist and Dr. Egghead in the back. I figured they could be scientists for Dr. Mindbender, who we don't have yet, right? That stand is from My Hero Academia. We got that from a Big Lots for like $6. I just thought it looked pretty cool. We got the Joe Leadership Group over here. Spirits on a Horse we found for clearance for $6 at Marshall's. Storm Shadow's there just because he's badass. Quick Kick is on a Joel Embiid starting lineup stand that we bought Joel Embiid for $4 at Ollie's. So this is our Joe leadership group. And then this is our Joe sub-team shelf with Tiger Force and Night Force. Right, so far we got this Humvee from Yankee Flea Market for $10. It makes noises. It is a G.I. Joe one. Disregard that extra ram cycle in the way. We got the Dreadnoughts right on the Fortnite boat. Right, Black Manta's in the back. You can disregard him as well. But we're trying to work on some displays. And then we got the Night Attack Stinger with scrap iron and a Techno Viper and a bat. And then the Trouble Bubble with the Televiper. And that Trouble Bubble is on a repurposed deluxe Black Widow Marvel Legends stand that we found at a flea market for $12. So we are trying to get into some sort of setups or dioramas, I guess you could call them. But I'm still a novice, but I'm having fun. So as always, this has been Trolls Toys. I truly appreciate you watching my videos, and we'll see you soon. All right, so to sum up, if you're still here, in a bit of awkwardness and embarrassment, I missed the coolest feature on this damn figure, which is the fact that he's got a laptop or a computer built into his freaking backpack. That is badass. I was going to make the thumbnail as Hasbro Pulse, and I was like, well, damn. So I told you I was a rookie. I missed it, but this is really cool. This just gives extra bonus points. So, as always, once again, thanks for watching.